I have been stalking my front door all day today in anticipation of the new Sigma Beauty and the Little Mermaid collab. And you guys, it's here. And let me tell you, it is even more breathtaking in person. So let's get into it. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. I think Sigma had to go ahead and launch this a little bit early because one of their retailers did go ahead and leak this accidentally, I'm assuming. I don't know any of this to be fact, but I'm just piecing it together. So I think last week or maybe the weekend prior, JCPenney had the Little Mermaid collection up, and then I saw it somewhere else too. But a lot of us got a hold of the images and we were all excited. I had no idea they were doing Little Mermaid this year, so I'm super duper pumped and I was just waiting to hear about it. So today's the day. It did launch on their website. You can actually purchase it right now. I was under the impression that you could use my affiliate discount code with Sigma Beauty on this collection, but you actually can't. So if you would like a free way to support your girl, you can use my Sigma Beauty affiliate link, which I will put down below for you guys. And if you're picking up anything else, feel free to use my discount code to save as well. Now, I am sure you guys want to see all the close-ups and the swatches, so let's go ahead and dive in. I have a close-up of this amazing, awesome Sigma Beauty PR box that they sent me. I have all of my Disney collabs from Sigma. The PR box is saved and on display in my makeup room. And somehow every year they make the collection even better than the last one. So this is the stunning collection inspired by the magic of the beloved Disney classic. Have you ever seen anything so wonderful in your life? This limited edition collection is inspired by the characters, songs, and moments from Disney's beloved classic, The Little Mermaid. Now, I don't think you can buy the PR box. I don't know if there's a bundle available, but everything can be found on the Sigma website, of course. So as you can see, we have a few different parts to this collection. The first thing is the Little Mermaid eyeshadow palette. This is going to retail for $59. This is a limited edition eyeshadow palette featuring 14 insanely pigmented hues in matte, shimmer, duochrome, and multichrome finishes. The multichrome finish is a new formula to Sigma and is available for the very first time in this palette. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited. I feel like I've never seen Sigma do this many duochromes. And of course, they're doing a multichrome for the first time, which is so exciting. Sigma is a indie brand and they're actually based out of the Midwest in Minnesota. So if this is your first time finding my channel, I did do a collaboration with Sigma. I have a favorite set with them. And I was so lucky to be able to actually visit their warehouse here in Minnesota. And I just really love the Sigma team so much. So I'm so excited to see them do such fun, colorful shadows, and I cannot wait to play with this palette, let me tell you. Next, we have the Little Mermaid highlighter. This is retailing for $28. It's a long-wearing formula that easily blends into your skin to create a radiant, high-impact glow. The shade is called Seashell, which is a soft, pearlescent metallic. And it's kind of giving me like a purple hue to it. So as you might be able to see it in the swatches, there is a bit of a purple sheen to it, but I will definitely be applying it in this video so you guys can see it. Next is the Disney Little Mermaid blush for $28. This is the perfect pop of pink for your cheeks with this limited edition pressed powder blush. And the shade is called True Love, which is a vibrant pink matte. I will say the shade does look a little bit light. I'm interested to see it on my skin, but first impressions, I'm not super jazzed about the shade, but it is what it is. Then we, of course, have the beautiful lip set. This retails for $42. This is a limited edition lip set featuring a neutral lip cream and 2 wearable lip colors. So the lip cream is called Dingle Hopper, which is a light neutral creamy sheen. The 2 lip oils are Coral, which is a neutral coral pink sheen, and Sunset, which is a sheer sparkly sheen. I'll definitely be swatching those on my lips as well. And the last piece of the collection is the brush set, which is going to retail for $72. These brushes are so beautiful. I love the ombre Oh my gosh, these might be my favorite brushes they've done in their Disney collection so far. So we have a F44, which is my favorite sculpt brush. I love using this for bronzer. I used it today. I have so many of them because I love them so much. And I'm going to use the one from this set for my blush today, so you'll see that in a bit. And then we have the E27, which is a detailing blending, precisely apply, blend out harsh lines, and an E30, which is a pencil brush. This helps soften liner along the lash line or to apply highlight to the inner corners. I love using the E30 in my inner corner. It's so precise and awesome. And last but certainly not least is the Beauty Bag, which is a chic storage for touch-ups on the go. And this is such a beautiful metallic bag. I love keeping these. I love, love, love that they include this as a part of the collection. The one thing that I didn't notice right away when this eyeshadow palette was shown is that it doesn't have the Sigma free brush that they usually include with the palette. So that was a little bit surprising as well that they changed that up. I'm assuming they did that to accommodate for the cost of the shadows that they put into the palette. And maybe they took out the brush so that they could retail at $59. So they didn't have to like up the price of the palette. That would genuinely be my guess. But now that you've seen all the swatches and the close-ups, your girl is so ready to create a look with this palette. So let's go ahead and dive into the collection. So I just want to show you guys the difference between a used and well-loved F44 versus a new one. As you can see, it does fan out a little bit and it's just so nice for bronzer. It's my favorite for bronzer. So I just wanted to mention that I use that, but I thought since it's in this compressed form, I would use it to apply this blush today. So I'm just picking up some of the blush and I'm just gonna pat that on. So instead of using it as a sculpt brush today, I'm just kind of using it as a paddle and applying that blush. It's actually quite pigmented. It is showing up on my skin tone. I know pink blushes are so trendy right now, so even though it's not my absolute favorite, I'm sure many of you will be very excited to have such a neutral, everyday shade that's gonna work for many different skin tones, and the Sigma blushes do build up really nicely too. I did include the shade Tiger Lily from the Sigma Permanent line in my favorite set because I love that blush so much, and so many of you have also fallen in love with the Sigma Beauty blushes because you tried my set out. So that makes me super happy. But there is the blush on my skin tone. And I'm definitely going to go ahead and apply the highlighter next. So of course I'm going to use my favorite little highlighter brush from Sigma. And as you can see, there is here, let me show you on this side. There is a light shift on this particular blush. It kind of looks like an iridescent, but when you turn it to the side, you can see that it's quite pigmented with like a purpley hue, or at least that's what I'm seeing. So I'm just gonna apply it a little bit on my nose and my upper lip and on my chin because I like it. And yeah, it's definitely gently pigmented, so you're not gonna see like a super bammy highlight, but I'm okay with it because I like when my colorful highlights are a little bit toned down. Okay, so I want to go ahead and swatch all of the lip products. So let's go ahead and start off with Sunset. This is the shimmeriest of the lip oils. There's only two, but this is the very shimmery one. So I don't have a lip liner on or anything underneath, but it does have some really pretty gold and pink and red kind of sparklies on it. The Sigma lip oil formula is a little bit thicker and it's not my absolute favorite lip oil, but I know a lot of people really enjoy it. So I just wanted to show you guys swatches on my skin tone. Okay, the next shade I'm going to swatch is Coral. This is another lip oil. So let's see how this looks on my skin tone. This is super cute. It's definitely more of like a pinky coral, not so much like a peachy coral shade in my opinion, but I think it looks really nice. Okay, last but certainly not least is Dingle Hopper, and this is the kind of nude lip cream. I really like this formula. Sigma launched it quite recently, and it's to keep up with the kind of glossy lipstick trend. I really like this formula. It's super comfortable. I'd probably wear this shade with a lip liner, but for now, since I was just doing lip swatches, I wanted to show it to you without anything else applied. Okay, I'll redo my lips before I finish off this video, just with some lip liner so you can see what I'm talking about. But now let's go ahead and play with the eyeshadow palette, which is what I'm sure all of you have been waiting for. So usually when I'm playing with a new palette, I like to do a more neutral look and then something more fun and colorful. I really want to get this video up tonight. So I'm just going to do one look, and of course I have to use the blues. So let's go ahead and get started and see where we go with this. Okay, so I feel like I want to do something a little dramatic. I'm going to start off with the shade Deep Blue Sea, and I'm using it to lay down the outline of a kind of faux winged look that I like to do. I just like to have a very dramatic outer corner. I used to do this with the darkest shade in the palette, and then I realized I was just kind of shooting myself in the foot, so I decided to do kind of a dark shade but not the darkest shade, because then if I mess up I can still course correct. Okay, so next I'm going to take the E27 from the brush set. This is kind of like an E25. It looks a little smaller, and I'm going to go into the shade called 3 Days, and I'm going to put that all over my crease. It's a really pretty lilac shade, and I'm just kind of using that as one of the shades to kind of blend with. It's pigmented. It's blending nicely. Oh my gosh, there's so many colors I want to use on my eyelids. It's so unfair. This has so many pretty duochrome colors. Okay, that looks cute. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Dark Magic, which is that pretty dark purple shade. And I'm going to stick with the E27 and just kind of use that right here between the blue and the lilac to just kind of blend a little bit more. Okay, so I really like how everything is looking so far. Now I want to go ahead and apply some of the shimmers. So honestly, I feel like I could use all of these shades on the lid. I really want to play with Seagull, and I'm debating between Jumping Jellyfish and Swimming. And then I kind of want to use Treasure Trove a little bit too on the lid. So let's start off with, I'll do Jumping Jellyfish. I think that looks a little more interesting than Swimming, even though they honestly both look amazing. I'm just going to grab a flat brush from Sigma, and I'm going to give it a nice spray. And I always like to go at it from an angle and just kind of pack it. Oh, that's so pretty. It's that beautiful, like, purpley green shade. I think this is a duochrome. Maybe it's a multi-chrome. They didn't say which one is, and I don't want to, like, misinform you guys, so I'm just showing you guys the shadows on my lids as best as I can. But man, that's so pretty. I'm leaving the inner corner open because I want to use that Seagull shade. I'm going to take a little bit more of the Dark Magic shade and just kind of blend it into the crease. I'm going to mix 3 Days and Dark Magic just to deepen up the crease a little bit more. And then I'm just going to take 3 Days and kind of blend over. Cute. Okay, I'm going to take this Unearthly brush and I'm going to go into the shade Villainous, which is the black. And I'm just going to tuck that right in to the very edge. And I just like to slightly blend that shade. And then I'm going to go back into the E27, go into Deep Blue Sea, and just kind of plop that right on the very edge and build it up. Okay, I'm going to take that same flat brush and I'm going to go into the shade Treasure Trove, which is that really pretty metallic purple. She's giving Ursula babes, and I'm just gonna put that right on the end here of the lid. Also has like a blue shift to it. It's like a purple blue shift. And I'm gonna go in with more Jumping Jellyfish. I'm gonna take the same brush. I'm gonna go into Seagull, and I want to put it like right here. And I'll use the pencil brush as well. But that is so cute, so fun and colorful. So let's go ahead and finish up the lower lash line real quick. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I used the Pacifica eyeliner in the shade, I always have no idea what shade this is, but they sent this to me and it's one of the best eyeliners ever. It's just so beautiful, very vibrant and blue, so I thought it would give a nice pop in the waterline. And then I'm just taking that same brush that I used earlier, and what I like to do is just kind of like keep this very close to the waterline and drag that shade Dark Magic into the lower lash line so it's nice and continuous, but it still gives like a sharp look on the outer corner. Sometimes I do like a little bit more of a rounded look, but I also love to do that sharp edge so it looks like my eyes are being kind of pulled up and they're kind of getting that almond shape, if you will. Okay, so now that I did that part, I'm just going to take the pencil brush that is a part of the collection and go into 3 Days, which is just such a pretty, colorful pastel shade. I'm so glad they added a pastel purpley shade, because usually what happens with kind of bigger brands, they always do colorful lid shades, but we have no like blending out shades that are colorful. So I feel like we have at least a couple of options. There's definitely a lot more dark colorful shades like the jewel tones, but I am not mad about it at all. I think they did such a good job. I would have loved like a seafoam matte shade in here as well, but I'll take something. It's better than nothing in my opinion. At least when it comes to eyeshadow. I do not recommend that advice when it comes to dating. Definitely don't take something. It's definitely not better than nothing. I personally would say be alone before you settle. That's just some friendly advice from your married makeup BFF. But oh my gosh. This brush is so perfect as a pencil brush. It's so good, so precise. I love the point. Honestly, some days I play in my head like, what would I put in a Sigma favorite set? Like if I got to redo my Sigma favorite set, and I feel like I would definitely want more brushes in there because their brushes are so good. I literally use them every day. Every time I do a makeup look, I use the Sigma brushes. So I would definitely consider putting more brushes in my set. But anyway, this look is so nice. I'm gonna take the pencil brush again, go into Seagull, because you know we have to pop that in the inner corner. I like to make sure my metallic shadows are nice and wet so that they really pop. And I'm just gonna bring that a little bit into the waterline on the lower lash line as well. Ooh, that's so pretty. Gonna put a little bit right there too. Okay. Ooh, I'm feeling mermaidy, but she's also kind of like a dark mermaid. She's like a little bit mysterious. I'm here for it. Okay. Okay. This is cute. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this makeup look. I'm gonna reapply this lipstick and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look and give you guys my first impression thoughts on all the products we tried out today. Okay friends, here is the finished look. I can't wait to hear your guys' comments. I'm totally living for the vibes. It's definitely a little bit more smoky and grungy than I had even thought, but I love it. So let me know what you think. I would love for you guys to flood the comments with some mermaid emojis or some shell emojis, whatever floats your boat. If you want to throw in a boat emoji, that's totally fine too. So yeah, love it so far. Let's go ahead and talk about what else is on my face today really quick in case you guys are curious, and then we'll talk about all the pieces in this collection. So of course my bronzer combo, I had to go with my Say Liquid Blush and the Hoola Caramel Bronzer. I just wanted something that was going to give me a little bit of glow definition, a little bit of a sun-kissed vibe without being too heavy, so that is why I chose these two products. I've also been testing out the new LYS Skin Tint, which is a stick foundation, and I paired it with the LYS Concealer because I love these two so much together so far. This is only my second time wearing it, but I feel like that foundation deserves way more hype. And then for my lip combo, I did go ahead and decide to pair the lip liner with a lip oil instead of the lip cream. So I'm just wearing the e.l.f. lip liner. This is one of the darkest shades. These are $2 lip liners and I love them so much. And I decided to pair it with the lip oil in the shade Sunset. And once you apply this shade over a base, I feel like it looks amazing. It looks natural and it has a little bit of sparkle to it, but nothing too intense. So I love that for me. So since we're talking about the lip products, let's just go ahead and talk about the little lip bundle. So these are so cute. I'm so excited to have new lip oils from Sigma because I didn't really love the original 4 they came out with, and I feel like I haven't really seen them come out with more shades. So I'm excited to have these two in the Little Mermaid collection. I'm very, very pumped because I wasn't sure I was gonna like Sunset, but once I put it on over a lip liner, I think it looks so cute. So really, really love that for us. And I love their lip creams as well because they are very comfortable and they're nice and opaque. I do wish Sigma would do full-size products that you can get as singles. I think they've done that with the last few collections, so I guess it's fine to switch it up with a lip bundle, but I do wish we had some deeper shades as well, just so that people with different complexions had more options. Maybe like a beautiful red lip I think would be lovely for the Little Mermaid as well. But overall, this is a cute set and I feel like it's pretty universal and you can definitely make this work depending on what your preferences are for lip colors. And you can always just throw the lip oils in your purse and apply them as is without having to use a lip liner or anything like that. So that set is super cute. I like it way more than I thought. Another product I do like way more than I thought are the blushes and the highlighters. When I was applying them, I was like, these seem very gently pigmented, but I think they're so beautiful. Even the blush, it's not my favorite to wear a pink blush shade, but I think it looks so nice. I can see the pigmentation, but it's also like subtle and beautiful. And I know that if I wanted to, I could build this up some more. Also, we have to talk about how cute these compacts are. Usually Sigma does like duos and it's like cardboard packaging. So this is the first time I've seen them do something a little bit more custom like this. And I think that it was well worth it because they really nailed the vibe of the collection and it's something so unique and definitely elevates it and makes it a collectible item, which I think is so cute. And the highlighter is really cute. I've never seen Sigma do a colorful highlighter, so I think this is so fun. It has like a purple sheen to it, but it's not overly pigmented. I definitely layered it and I feel like it still looks subtle and quite wearable. I feel like you could even throw this on for the office, which I wouldn't always say works with like a purpley highlighter like this, but I think it's so cute and it has like a very natural look to it. So I actually am very pleasantly surprised by both of these products. I don't think you can ever go wrong with the Sigma brush set. These are so nice. Again, these are existing brushes, so if you want them in the limited edition packaging, you can definitely grab them in this set. And of course, the bag is so cute as well. Not like you want to buy a set just for the bag, but I mean, if you want to collect all these items, they're all going to fit in here. This is really cute, great for travel. You can just throw in your foundation and concealer and you're good to go. But yeah, these brushes are so cute. There's a little mermaid on the ferrules. I've heard how much testing Sigma does when it comes to their brushes. They also have a 2-year warranty on these, so if anything happens to your brushes, I believe they will replace them. I don't know if it's the same for these limited edition ones, but that is a guarantee that they have, and these are all cruelty-free brushes. So if you like to use cruelty-free brushes, these are made out of synthetic fibers and they're so good. I've washed my Sigma brushes so many times and these hold up so well, so I feel very confident recommending these to you guys. Last but certainly not least, you guys know I'm a sucker for an eyeshadow palette, so I was definitely the most excited for the eyeshadow palette. This one has some interesting formulas. I think this is the most duochrome Sigma's ever done, and I don't think they've ever done a multi-chrome in a palette, so it's super duper fun. I will say the mattes are nice, and you can definitely do something more neutral with this palette if you so desire. Usually when I'm doing a review on a palette, I like to do a more everyday look, and then I like to do something a little bit more amped up, a little bit more colorful, a little bit more out there. For some of you, I mean, I would go out in public with this eye look, no problem. This is like a casual Thursday for me, but everybody has their preferences. I think they gave a little bit of everything here. Like I said, I feel like a lot of the times when brands do colorful shimmer shades, we don't have enough colorful mattes, and I think they really balanced it out here. So you have a light cream shade and a more neutral cream shade, and then you can always deepen that up with this black shade. So that was key, that they included a good pigmented black. So you can do neutral looks with those two in the crease, and then any of these shimmers would look stunning. And then if you want to do something more colorful like this, we have lots of dark shades that are great options. And then if you want to make like a more mid-tone colorful shade, you can always use 3 days and then dip into any of these two to kind of deepen it up a little bit, kind of how I did in the crease. So overall, it has a really nice variety. You can do a ton of looks with this. I also love the size of this. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little sad that they didn't include the brush, but I think this is a fun size for this palette because it's going to fit into more things. You will be able to travel more easily with these palettes as well. So that's lovely. I don't think anybody asked for this comparison, but I did grab my other Disney palettes. So I figured let's just go ahead and look at them side by side. So the first Disney collaboration that Sigma did was the Cinderella collab. And so here I just want to show you guys the two palettes side by side, or like next to each other. So they did some neutrals and then some pops of blue for Cinderella. I mean, it's iconic. And I know when Sigma designs these palettes, they literally sit there and kind of try to color match shades from the actual film. So I think they did such a wonderful job with each and every single one of these. The Alice in Wonderland collab palette that they did in 2022, I believe, I got to visit the Sigma Beauty HQ and I got to see this in person before it was announced. So that was such a lovely experience and it'll always be very close to my heart. And then last year they did my favorite Disney movie, which is Beauty and the Beast. And this is also iconic. Again, beautiful neutrals, and they did the pop of blue there for the Beast jacket. And I just feel like they had so many collections where they didn't go as all out with the color story. I feel like Little Mermaid is the one where they actually did some kind of different fun shades. So I'm super duper excited. If I had to recommend one of these, I would say probably this one if you're into some fun duochromes and shifts. So I bet that all of the girlies are going to be freaking out about this palette. So those are all my thoughts on all of the items that are part of this collection. Like I mentioned, this is already available on the Sigma Beauty website. I will link it down below. I'll also see if I can find it at other retailers for you guys in case you are interested. You can't use my affiliate code to get a discount on this collection at the moment. I don't know if that's going to change or not, but you can use it to save on the Sigma Beauty website anytime. I also always have my Sigma Beauty collaboration set linked in my description box if you want to just check it out. I would totally appreciate appreciate that. So that is it, my friends. That is my first impressions on the new Sigma Beauty and the Little Mermaid collaboration. I also do a monthly giveaway, so if you are new to my channel, head on over to the description box and click the link to enter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday. I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, friends!